Welcome to Trucking with Fitz. Today we're going to do a run to Ottumwa and then we're going to drop our trailer and go home because there's something wrong with the truck. So stay tuned for that and stay tuned for some trucking. We've made it down here to Ottumwa. Question now is there anybody back there? I really hope there isn't. But I guess I say that literally every time I pull into one of these stores. Let's get checked in. Well, they usually tell me if there's somebody back here, so they did not tell me that today, which hopefully means there isn't anybody. Cross your fingers. Moment of truth. Oh, good. Now, Mr. Dorito's truck is in the way, but that doesn't stop me from getting unstrapped. I just got to get forward enough so that they can get to both sides. Let's see. They are parked pretty bad here. So we'll just eat one side rather than the other. And we'll get right up next to them. Maybe they'll realize they did something dumb. Maybe not. But there's no marking in the sand here. In the sand. You know what I mean. Marking on the concrete. Alright. Strap time. Sometimes I'm amazed, guys. Well, we're done, so that's exciting. It's, yeah, they took an hour and 10 minutes to unload me, at least. I don't know exactly what time I got here. It's 9:09 right now. And there's one spot that is designated for me to turn around. And I don't know why, but these guys decided that it was the best place to unroll this carpet. Maybe, I mean, it's not red, but maybe it's for me to be, you know, rolling out the red carpet for me. It's, yeah, I know it's not red. I don't know. In other news, my air compressor is starting to go out. Well, I don't know exactly what it is, but I decided to release the parking brake on the truck and keep the parking brake on the trailer, shut down the truck, and listen for leaks. Because that's a good practice to get into, so you can actually tell, you know, if you're leaking or not. And I'm leaking. I don't know exactly where. Oh, I mean, it's probably a brake chamber, right? So, probably gonna do one more today and call it an early day and start tearing into things this afternoon. Because tomorrow, I was hoping to do everything that I needed to in the morning and have the afternoon to work on some personal vehicle stuff. But I doubt that's the case. I do know that my local parts stores have, Napa has one, and Arnold's Arnold's, yeah, you know, if you're from the area, you know what I'm talking about. They probably have one, a 3030. But could be a fun weekend. Could be. Hopefully I bring you along for some of that. But we're gonna get out of here, hopefully soon. Well, I've had a chance to cool off a little bit there. Those guys with the carpet, they cut off their piece, rolled up the roll, and just walked away and left that full roll of carpet right in the middle of the turnaround area and just left, disappeared, didn't see him again. So I went out and I rolled it out of the way. Sometimes the inconsideration of others just baffles me. Just baffles me. Oh well. It got moved out of the way. Obviously, I'm here right now. Heading back to the yard. I want to do one other short one today, and then I want to get home early. Start ripping this thing apart. So that maybe I'll have time to figure out if I have all the parts that I need. So if I have to run to town or run to Des Moines tomorrow morning, I can. If I have to run to Des Moines to get parts, it's usually because I got to go to a dealer or Vanderhaeg's or just something like that. And most of those places are open till noon. I'm not positive what time Freightliner's open till on Saturdays. It might be noon. It might be end of the day actually. Might have a little bit more time on for that store, but yeah, that's what's gonna go down. I really don't want to push it because you definitely don't want your brake chamber going out completely while you're driving. For obvious reasons. Like, locking up a tire. Yeah, you don't really want that. So, do one more quick, get back to the house. I really wish they would have prioritized me a little better here this time. But again, time of day. I knew coming in the morning that they would be slow. And it took me, well, including the time that was wasted because of the carpet situation. Took me hour and 15, hour and a half to get out of there. Which, I mean, if there was a line, that would have been fine, you know, I understand. But I was the only one. It was just me. Oh well, I'm done complaining for the day. Let's see if I can not complain the rest of the day. Sorry, guys. It's just been one of those weeks, right? This truck has been really faithful and really consistently, I don't know, what's the word? Reliable for, you know, 6 months, 8 months. And it seems like everything's sort of happening at once. And maybe that's the way it usually happens, but we're gonna put the mechanic hat on for the weekend is what we're gonna do. So we'll catch you in a bit. Well, we just dropped our trailer. Well, we're about to drop the trailer. I've already disconnected everything. Oh, we're headed home. It didn't. So remember how I told you that I was probably leaking from a brake chamber and I was gonna have plenty to do tomorrow and try to fix it? Well, I just sit here and watch my gauges. It's not bad enough so I can actually physically see them go down, but I gotta go home. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna start ripping it apart. Well, first I'm gonna find out if it is actually a brake chamber. Shifting with your left hand is difficult. If it's a I'll lift my suspension back up. If it's just a line, airline, that'd be great. But either way, I want to make it sure I get home and figure it out in time to go get parts today. If I gotta go get an airline, I gotta have that made. Either go to Napa or to, honestly, I'll probably go out to Nelson's Fab and have them make one. Anyway, I'm gonna stop holding this out there. It's starting to get heavy. Need to work out my arms more, huh? My biceps. Oh, yeah. So, we're gonna cruise on back to the house and put on our mechanic hat a little earlier than expected. I really don't want to change a brake chamber. I'm just going to be completely honest. Every time I've done it, it has been a royal pain. Maybe this one won't be as seized up, but I'll catch you in a little bit. Well, we're back at the house. As you can see, we're on the truck. And wasn't a brake chamber. Was not a brake chamber. I came back here and I, poked around. The only noise that I could hear was, strangely enough, coming from one of my glad hands. The supply line. Right here. Like, that's weird. What's going on there? Come over here to the engine bay. And I could hear the noise of something leaking. I'm like, okay. It wasn't a hiss. It was a, that sort of noise. And so I go poking around. I got it mostly cleaned off now. Well, I could hear something over here. So I'm like, what is going on? I'm poking around. It's knocked over, but I'm spraying it with soapy water, trying to find some bubbles. Can't find anything, and I just keep on poking my hand around. Eventually I put it over this yellow one right here with no end. I'm like, why is that broken off? But it's not broken off. I'm assuming that's where the dump valve, not the dump valve. Anyway, needless to say, my brake parking brake release valve. As you can see, I have the dash open and taking that apart. The release valve is definitely leaking. So we got that part. Should be at my local auto parts store in the morning. So we're gonna replace that. I am not looking forward to you know, working around the dash in there. I've already got the covers off of the dash, but I haven't loosened anything on the parking brake. I just know I'm gonna break a bunch of plastic. Happens every time you work on a piece of old equipment. Old plastic is brittle, just the nature of the beast. So we're gonna try to limit that as much as possible. And then also we got an airbag to do, which I'm gonna record a video about. And probably also gonna record a video of what's the other thing I'm doing? Oh, a U-joint. This is the airbag back here that's in question. It's really not that bad. I don't actually think it's leaking. There's a new bag there. I know it's dry rotted though. I checked all of them. That one is dry rotted. You wouldn't be able to see it right now because it's on the bottom side, but yeah, that's the job. I'll get that valve fixed probably tomorrow. I might work on the hub here today a little bit. We'll just see how far we get. And yeah, not the ending of the day that we wanted, but we know what the problem is and we can solve it ourselves. So that's always a plus, right? That's going to conclude today's video, guys. I'm going to get to work. Hopefully get some good amount accomplished. Thanks for watching. Comment down below. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up button if you would. And we'll see you on the next one.